I tell you what. We'll change out with it, you wretched contraption.
If I never smell another rat, it'll be too soon.
Weren't you a sawbones? Figured you ought to have smelled worse.
Sure, but those things reek like bad cologne. It's different.
I'm with you there. At least humans have the courtesy to wait a while before their bodies start to stink.
One right there.
Most of them.
The stench of impropriety radiating off of her.
There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Chasing us off already? This feels familiar.
Ma'am, please don't cause a scene.
I want you to know I'm holding back for your sake.
Do you have any actual business here, or... Yeah? Let's see it. Looks like your papers are in order. All right, go on through.
How did you get in here? You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
So, this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh? Small room for a big shot.
If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. Drugs, of course. What else would it be? I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
I don't know if our chemicals are here, but this guy is definitely not.
Will that be all, then? Oh dear, I don't think I can say this any more slowly. Unless... Of course! It's Rockwell again, who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way. You are a quick study, indeed. I've long suspected Rockwell of transacting business in my name, but this proves it.
Yeah, sure. It's always someone else who ordered the hookers and energizing ointment.
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it. How should I know? I've been under house arrest for years. But there is a way to find out, and perhaps to set things right. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This colony's problems have always seemed to trickle down from the top. If we're set on fixing Halcyon, that's as good a place as any to start.
Exactly. And fix it we must.
We really gonna do this? Getting involved is a messy business, and it rarely pays.
This is about more than bits. This is about the survival of the colony. If you don't help, who will? Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter. We're discussing industrial espionage, legal redress, the possible salvation of Halcyon. Is this not exhilarating? Also, this is the longest conversation I've had with someone else in quite some time. Via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are. Oh, I haven't been allowed up there in years. I shudder to think what Rockwell's done with the place. A gilded minibar, perhaps? A personal theater? The man has too much money and too little sense. The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look. Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here. What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
You're awful trusting for a guy who's been locked in his own house for years.
The Earth Directorate is our best hope. Even Rockwell's resources are no match. And it is hardly in their interest to let Halcyon crash. Depending on the nature of their response, months at least, perhaps years. Organizing and sending personnel all the way out here is no mean feat. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one in the Acropolis District.
Mira bak şimdi. Hayat günü.
You grew up in Byzantium, right?
Don't rub it in.
Oh, don't get all prickly. I just haven't met someone who left the high life on purpose.
I'm from there, but I'm not really from there, if you follow.
I'll take care.
Incoming, Captain!
Okay.
A Wolfus. Egy éven belül.
Miért kiderült, hogy nem lesz a fiú, elküldötte a feleségét, hogy vezesse. Nyilván mert egy gyerekük lehet, és fiú kell lenni a lány. Légy szépen, hogy úgy csinál, lányt csinál. Ez egy amúgy szomorú történet. Meg annyiszor megtörténik Kínában, csak gondolj jobban el van. De hogy egy gyereket lehet Kínában.
Egy gyereket lehet, és... Hát ez a szabályozás még mindig el, de...
Megfelelő,
Itt tartanak, bazd meg. Mert nagyon kevesen akarnak lányt. Mert nem tudom. Ez egy megterhelő dolog azért. Érzelmileg is, meg hát nyilván fizikailag is.
Unexpected.
Big mistake. Watch the pro at once. To shreds, you say? Everyone all right?
Most az... most azt tűnt a jobbnak éppen. Azért aztán most nem akartam, de szágultam. De mire úton már megültik, úgyhogy csak mente volna hátrébb, akár hátrébb is. ő. Újraüzenet. Ja. Hát a Facebookot nézel. Hát a Facebookot nézel.
Ja.
Kéne ezt nekem megoldani. És mit vársz tőlem? Meg kell a dolgot, akkor gondolom, hogy csak egy lehetőségem marad. Nem tudom, meg kell kelni az ajtót, akkor csak egy lehetőségem marad. Nem, a városon keresztül lövöm magamat. Hát, nekem se tetszik, de nem nagyon van más út. Mert az ajtó zárva van, hogy elnézem, hackelni kéne, de az megfelelő szintű hack tudás kell. Még egy nagyjából 10 szint hiányzik ahhoz. Elég sokat adtam rá, de ezek szerint nem meleget. Úgyhogy a másik módszer a keresztül lövöm magamat. Ha csak nincsen másik lejárat itt a maintenance tunnelhoz. Amit nem találtam meg. Tudom.
I'll sue every technician and employee who's ever touched this damn...
What's gotten into Bachmeyer?
CNP Borston Baked Beans. Borston Baked Beans is the only one. CNP Mere Maple Syrup. It's near this complete breakfast.
I'm afraid I can't come down anymore, my good man. I'd have to request a counter waiver, and you know how dreadful the paperwork is. Sounds like that.
Rizzo's Lemon Slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
All right, how does this sound? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to walk into you like that. Oh, my...
Suffer is number.
That said, you ain't been eaten or shot to death yet. Says a lot about the stability of your future. And to be honest, I'm about sick of sleeping on bar stools. So how's about this? You keep letting me stay on that ship of yours, and I'll keep shooting at the things you point at. Outstanding.
So, how many times have you seen terror on Monarch?
What was it like being one of them? Top runners.
Hey, my parents and their gold-shitting friends are top runners, not me.
It wouldn't shock me if those fluffed up hull heads actually did pass gold.
They've got pills for that, and that's not even the weirdest thing I've seen.
It ain't? Well, now you've got my interest.
I ever tell you about this one patient? One had her eyebrows moved up and the tip of her nose raised.
What? Why? Was she trying to disguise herself? She on the run or something?
So she'd always be looking down on everyone.
You are making that up.
Making stuff up is work. This is real.
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating? Oh, there. That's one right there.
The Acropolis district is off limits. Move along.
You could have asked me, you know.
What in the law's name are you on about? Sure. Let me just take that off your hands. Did I say restricted area? Slip of the tongue. What I meant was, welcome to the Acropolis district.
I never could have handled the desk job.
Come on. Bevásárol. Most ez már kirögtem egy csomót.
De sok mindenre van. Nem is használsz egy fegyvert.
Nem, azért raktam ki egy csomót.
Nem szeded őket szét, vagy mit tudom én.
Az meg túl jók, hogy csak úgy szétszedjem őket.
Mennek a storage-ba. Úgy, ugye adnak szétszed, de a túl szoktak használni.
Azért maradok annál, hogy félreteszem, aztán majd később meggondolom magamat. Ez könnyen meg lehet. Ne kösd bele. Most volt egy mellékküld, ahol kellett egy csomó ruhát próbálgattam. Mire sikerült megtalálnom azt, amivel meg tudom csinálni, mert Különböző ruhákat kellett bemutatni a néninek.
You ever get the urge to just hawk one on the floor?
Welcome to the official headquarters of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Today's greeting is brought to you by Auntie Cleo, a subsidiary of Colway Pharmaceuticals.
State your business. Please step away. This entry is for high-priority HHC business only. Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. But this looks right. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B form. Each weapon will need a separate form. It's procedure. Now, let's see. Damn it. When did I run out of forms? I was going to suggest that myself. Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms, and I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. So I'm going to save us both some trouble and waive your forms. Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and low on patience. So try anything funny, and they'll paint the walls with your guts.
Something on your mind?
What's up?
If you'll forgive my saying so, that outfit looks splendid on you. Personal assistant to Adjutant Akande and Chairman Rockwell. I'm also responsible for organizing the adjutant's stationery, which is more of a hobby. Ah. Oh, you were being serious. I'm obliged to inform you that Chairman Rockwell is unavailable for an indeterminate duration. Will there be anything else? Excuse me, just a moment.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
Guess the whole colony's up a creek. I thought it was just Monarch.
I don't know about you, but I'm all for living fast and dying young.
I beg your pardon, Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitors.
Nem.
Én nem foglalkozom vele.
What? Oh dear. Thank you for reminding me. I can't stand the thought of someone else's hands touching my custom letterheads.
Oké, hajrá. Szia!
Not so fast. The Ministry of Accuracy and Morale is off limits to everyone without X-36 level clearance.
It's okay. I'm a doctor.
I don't care if you're a brain surgeon. If you don't work here, or for Chairman Rockwell himself, you're not getting in.
Worth a try. You'd be surprised how often that works.
Like I said, X-36 clearance only beyond this point. I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you, and I don't have any new clearances on the list. What? Oh no. You must be from Chairman Rockwell's office. I'm so sorry. No one told me you were coming. Please, go on through. And let's forget this misunderstanding, huh?
Köszönöm.
Move along.
It ain't stealing if no one sees.
Jó, nincsen lívzere. Még itt a magasabb szintű emberek között járkálgatunk most már.
What's this I hear about you ordering more tests performed with sample 4157? That batch failed spectacularly.
I saw various...
They're on us.
Don't hurt me! Oh no! I think I told you! I don't want to trouble!
Can't get past that armor.
Let the record show that Subject 23K's cause of death is cerebral vascular incident brought about by a ruptured aneurysm.
That's an 86% failure rate for this.
What a pleasant surprise. Thanks to you, Reginald, Philippa, and the rest are up to their old games of deception and seduction. But what are you doing here? On the other side of the lab? Why, that requires a top-level clearance. After all, we're running low on the stuff. I really shouldn't be doing this. But you did help me out. Take this keycard. It'll get you into the hibernation lab where the remaining dimethyl sulfoxide is. If you're seen by any of the guards, however, I'm afraid I can't help. Good luck.
Oh, wow. Így jó. Így van, csak egyedül fingok. És ez így pont jó. Értékelt engem. Végeztem.
If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you on his side. You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career. I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you showed up. When you cut off power to Edgewater, you saved me a great deal of trouble. Now I don't have to bother trying to save that town. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky. Not always. For the longest time, I could never be sure if you were on our side or against us. You should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation chamber. Yet here you are, flying about in a stolen ship, leaving a trail of paperwork in your wake.
Az őrökkel szimbolizálok, akik a természetben akartak élni inkább, és ott találni élelmet, meg ilyeneket. Nem a városban éhezni. Igen. Az más, hogy kicsit agresszívabbak voltak a végén, mint ahogy én azt gondoltam, de lesznek, de jobban inkább előkétettem egyet, hogy mint hogy éhezni, és betegnek lenni a városban. Ahol még azért is fizettél, hogy eltemessenek. Te mármint vagy az, aki a legközelebb hozzátartozott volt, és akkor ő fizette a hitelt. Ja igen, nem is hozzátartozó legközelebbi ember a halálodkor, annak küldték a számlát, hogy hát ez meghalt, el kellett temetni, fizes ki. És mindenki azért dolgozott, hogy aztán majd kapjon egy sírhelyet, semmi másért. A legjobb emberek is. Inkább a másik, a Deserter kolóniával értettem egyet, csak ők is eléggé agresszívak voltak utána. Úgyhogy akkor halljanak meg ez a zsúterjék. Ez kicsit erős volt.
You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us. He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation, sedition. I could go on. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. And he's using you.
Hát nem tudom, mert eddig senki nem tudom már ebben a játékban.
I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal. Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm asking you to help me correct that mistake. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
Adjutant Akonde's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain?
Elmondtam. Majd innen folytatom. Tehát akkor Phineas ellen fordulhatok, aki felébresztett. Nem biztos, hogy azt akarom csinálni, de ezek szerint olyan kimenet is van. Azt mondják, hogy ő egy pszichopata, egy madman. Hát mégis nem teljesen kóser a professzor úr.